Case file, Essex, England. It's the early hours of the 2nd of May 2000. Nicola Ray has gone missing. From my Unsolved Mysteries files, I want to share this unsolved case from Essex Police with you. And I hope that in doing so, someone out there now over 20 years later, may be able to shed light on what happened in this case, and therefore bring some answers for the family of Nicola Ray, and also for the investigating officers who have continued to probe her disappearance. Nicola Ray, 27, was last seen leaving a friend's house in Devlins on the Felmores estate, Essex, in the early hours of May 2, 2000. She would have been heading home, less than half a mile away, where she lived with her fiancé, Timothy Barnes, a vehicle mechanic. The pair were due to be married later, in August 2000. Nicola was mother to two daughters who were aged 7 and 11 at the time. There have been no reported sightings of Ms. Ray despite extensive media coverage when she went missing, and none of her family have ever heard from her since. The last person to see Miss Ray was Loretta Kenny, then 42, who had enjoyed some drinks with Nicola at the Moon on the Square pub, before the friends headed back to Loretta's house in the Devlins estate. Speaking after her disappearance, Miss Kenny said, "I have prayed that every knock on my door and every telephone call I have received since then is Nicola calling to say she is all right." She said she never heard from her friend again. Miss Kenny added, she loved her kids and it would take something serious for her not to contact them. A number of searches and digs were carried out at the time, and in February 2001, Nicola's fiancé Timothy Barnes, 38, was arrested on suspicion of her murder but later released without charge. Moving forward to April 2010, police officers again looked into the case. Officers searched her former home using ground X-ray technology. The new case activity resulted in Essex Police again arresting Timothy Barnes, now 47, on suspicion of murdering Nicola. Following his arrest in April 2010, Murder Squad detectives conducted an extensive dig of Barnes' home, which he had previously shared with Nicola. The property situated on Voysey Gardens underwent forensic archaeological investigations and was extensively dug up. Mr. Barnes was later released on bail. Subsequently, he was later released without charge. At the time, in 2010, then Detective Inspector Cliff Haynes of Essex Police said, "We are determined to trace this woman, but I have grave concern for her because there have been no sightings for some time. The whole business is a mystery, especially as she has not even been in touch with her children. Her partner and the youngsters need to know what has happened." Nicola's mum Janet Judd, then 59, spoke of her heartbreak at still having no answers about what happened to her much-loved daughter. This report is not suggesting in any way that Mr. Barnes was involved in the disappearance of Nicola Ray on the 2nd of May 2000. It was a short walk for Nicola, from her friend's house in Felmores to her home in Voysey Gardens. There was an expanse of woodland scrub between the two locations, and of course several residential streets on her route home. I do not know in-depth information about Nicola's home life and happiness, but she was a loving mother to two young girls, and there have been no bank transactions since her disappearance. Thank you for watching Unsolved Mysteries on my channel. Nicola's family members are now over 20 years older, and they are still without answers after all this time as to what happened to their much-loved daughter, mother and partner. If you think you may have information about what happened to Nicola Ray, even though it is more than 2 decades ago, please don't stay silent.